Straight.
Whitey Herzog was a little early before his time, wasn't he, with his thought process?
Yeah, I think so. He was, Chuck Tanner meant so much to me as a manager, because when I thought my career was over, I was 4-6 in 1974, and I thought he was calling me in to release me. And he called me in. He said, Chuck, he's the most positive guy in the world. And he slapped me on the back and said, you've been averaging 15 wins a year in this league for 15 years. I think you can still do it. He said, you're starting a week from Monday against Cleveland. Go down with Johnny Sain, figure something out. And I ended up 21-13. So I say Chuck Tanner was important to me because he kind of resurrected my career. But Whitey Herzog that you referred to, Whitey was kind of a genius in the dugout. He always seemed to be ahead of the other team. He always seemed to bring us relievers in situations where we were facing a hitter like you were not in. Like, he wouldn't bring me in today's game and say, here's Mike Trout, pitch against him. No, he's going to want a right-hander against that. So he was really good at matching up his bullpen. And to me, from a manager's standpoint, that was the most important thing. Now with all the science, they kind of do that, but what all the analytics tell them.
Yeah.
I enjoyed all the years. I used to go to my friends' Hall of Fame inductions, and I would sit on that Otis saga between Warren Spahn and Robin Roberts. And of course, Spahny kind of taught me, just a quick aside to today's pitchers, they get limited to 100 pitches, 80 innings, but if they never get their legs strong enough by pitching deeper, they'll never be able to go deeper in the game. So Spahny, he always took that little hop step and throw the ball into second base. That's how he strengthened his legs. So I learned that from him. Robin, we start to talk pitching. He said, they used to ask me, how do you pitch Willie Mays? And my answer was, tell me the inning, the score, and the count. Well, see, they don't pitch like that anymore. In other words, what he was saying, if he's got a 6-0 lead in the 8th inning and Willie Mays is hitting, here it is, Willie. See how far you can hit it.
Hit it ballpark. It's going to be
right.
6.
But if it's 1-1 in the 7th with a man on second, I'm not probably going to pitch you that way. But what happens today, and that's why they don't let pitchers go the third time through the batting order, is you see their plan, or their so-called game plan, is they just seem to pitch every hitter the same way when they come up. They don't vary their pattern. I think the last guy that I saw that really did that successfully was Greg Maddux. But now there are power guys, and here it is. I'm going to pitch you this way for 2 at-bats, and my job is done with. But that stuck with me, what Robbie said. So when I would face Mickey Mantle, for example, I'd put that into play. Okay, what's the score, what's the inning, and what's the count? And that's going to determine how I pitch it.
Robin Roberts, we had a Philly farm club in Terre Haute, Indiana, and I was a Philly fan, along being a Cub fan. And Robbie was my favorite pitcher ever. And who do I beat in my first big league win? Is I beat Robbie in Baltimore. He was pitching for Baltimore. Robbie and I start the game. We both go complete games. I threw 72 pitches in 9 innings, and it was an hour and 34 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
But I just got the ball and I threw sinker, got the ball sinker. Next guy, boom, sinker, curveball. And but I beat Robbie. And every time I saw him, he said, you're the guy that beat me in Baltimore, aren't you? Okay. You helped get me out of the game.
All of our Herkimer diamonds, whether they're in their natural form or calibrated form or jewelry or clusters or in the host rock, we're the source. So we sell a lot of product to a variety of people throughout the world.